Hello folks, this is David Hurley of davidhurley.net and elitedownlinebuilder.com talking to you on Friday, the 27th of March 2020. It's been a few days since I have done the 2020 Vision Challenge as initiated by Pixie Post, and that's what I'm going to do today. It's going to be another conceptual video. Perhaps I ought to do something a bit physical. Let's do some hand grip squeezes while we're going through, see if we can do that. Now, last night I was looking at the new Hive blog. I was pleased to see that my airdrop has arrived. My wallet is now loaded and working properly. So I'm feeling much more confident about using Hive. I had no trouble blogging with Hive, but for several days nothing seemed to be showing in the wallet, just a bit of code. But I think that has now been resolved for everybody. And so you should be able to see your airdrop in your wallet if you had some state steam before the hard fork. So anyway, I was looking through the communities last night to see what I could find beyond Click Track Profit. And there are two, and today I'm going to talk about two that I found that interested me. And today I want to show you one of those communities. All right, how do I find it? Wait a minute. Hive Blog. Let us search for communities, explore communities. So scroll down here and I joined DTube. I was in DTube before when we were on the Steam blockchain. Hive, yes, yeah, HiveJP, that's the one. HiveJP, this is the one I want to talk about. So I live in Japan. I've studied Japanese, though to an intermediate or upper intermediate level. My listening skills are much better than any other part of my Japanese. So I joined this Japanese community, and when I joined it, I had a look around and I saw something rather interesting, which may mean, as time goes by, that I can get paid to study and work with Japanese on the Hive blockchain. How cool is that? Let me show you what I did last night. Where are we? Comments. Or perhaps replies. Here we are. So, I posted something here in response to what a Japanese blogger called Emota posted in this HiveJP community. So here we are. This is what it is, and I'm going to take you through it today and show you what it's about and what I did. So Emota published Curriculum Vitae Learning English and Japanese, and so it's a dual language post. Today's topic of learning English and Japanese is the curriculum vitae, or a resume, as you'd say in American English. And here's the Japanese that she has posted, and here is her attempt at translating it into English. And then here is the Japanese in a script called hiragana, which is used. You can see the curly stuff here is hiragana. And this is Chinese characters, the kanji here. And this squarer kind of script is called katakana. There are actually three scripts that are used in Japanese, plus romaji, which is the Western alphabet version of Japanese. So there's actually four scripts. Here is the romaji version. Ririkesho wa arubaito ya shushoku katsudo de hitsuyou desu. Nihon no rikisho, keiseki, etc., etc., you see? And so I'm not going to propose to read the whole thing, but then she put in her translation. It's up here. Curriculum vitae is needed for applications of part-time jobs and work format of Japanese CV is determined, blah, blah. It's a fairly direct translation of the little passage here. And so I thought it'd be rather fun to read through the passage and read through her translation and then offer a British English version of the translation. So I'm translating from the Japanese into my native language, where she is translating from her native language into Japanese. I've completely forgotten to do this. Translating from your own language into the foreign language is actually more difficult, because you have to try and get the grammar right and sound natural in that language. If you read this through, it sounds rather like a Japanese person trying to write in English. It's not a bad attempt at all. It's very direct. So curriculum vitae is needed for applications of part-time jobs and works. You see, that sounds a bit strange. Format, there's no articles, no the. Format of Japanese CV is determined, in addition to name, birthday, address, and so on, etc. So I translated it, and down here I posted my translation. I said, "Hi, Imota, I like this idea very much. I'm British, so here is my attempt." It's much easier to do this exercise while I'm reading English than trying to read somebody else's writing, reading my own English. So here's my attempt at an English translation from the Japanese based on your own translation. This is what I wrote. A curriculum vitae is needed to apply for a part-time job as well as full-time jobs. No, that's not what it says. A curriculum vitae is needed to apply for part-time as well as full-time jobs. You see, we're speaking in general, so we use the plural. Japanese CVs, again, we're speaking in general, so we use the plural, have a fixed format. In addition to name, birthday, address, and so on, fill in the document with your educational background, qualifications, etc. You have to fill in the form or enter your information or details by hand. By hand. You see, that was a correction. What did she put up here? In handwriting or something? Where is her version? She wrote something like, you have to write down these items by handwriting, which sounds a little bit off. So there we go. By hand. You also have to attach an ID photo. On the other hand, overseas CVs don't usually require a specific format. That means you can create a CV that may appeal to the interviewers. Ha. So the Japanese ones have that fixed format. You have to write it all in. One big difference between Japanese and overseas CVs is that handwriting is mandatory for Japanese ones. I wish the format of Japanese CVs were more flexible. That is a difficult thing to translate, I think, from the Japanese into natural English. Where is that Japanese? Here it is. What does it say? Where are we? Here, onegai teimasu. Hi. So, did I get that right? Onegatemasu. Slightly off there. So there we are. That seems like a fun project for me to work with. And happily she replied. I'm guessing it's a she, Imota. Hi, Hero Hurl. Thank you for making the revisions. For me, it's difficult to choose between the best subject because in case of Japanese, the inanimate subject is not used in most cases. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next post. Yes, I think I will carry on with this. It's a nice little project to do a little bit of translation because I'm not doing enough Japanese study at the moment. So now I have a high motivation here. I can create content on the Hive blog and get paid for studying and translating Japanese. This one's getting really hard. Anyway, that's all from me, David Hurley of davidhurley.net and elitedownlinebuilder.com until my next 2020 Vision Challenge.